Today's video is about understanding premiums when it comes to gold. Stacking Cat. Welcome to the Stacking Cat channel, where I talk all things silver with a little bit of gold. If you want to see more of this type of content, then please subscribe and push that notification bell. If you enjoy this video, then hit that like button. Hey there everyone, I hope you guys are all having a great day out there, enjoying your summer, the sun, all that kind of good stuff. And today we're going to be talking about gold, and really gold specifically, and how premiums are affected and are determined by the size of the gold in which you buy, and how it can have a real effect on your bottom line when it is all said and done. But before I get into gold, I do want to kind of summarize where silver's premiums are, because they work just a little bit differently. So everything is based on 1 ounce here, like the maple or the buffalo when it comes to gold, and silver as well. Everything is also based on 1 ounce. So like here is an Aztec calendar, a 1 ounce round, as you guys could see, beautiful coin. And you could find it for whatever, maybe $5, $4 over spot. And if you buy a 5 ounce version, which is even nicer, you're probably going to be paying the same spot price as you would on the 1 ounce. And so when it's $4 or whatever over spot, and you go to buy the 5 ounce or a 10 ounce bar or something, you're probably also going to be paying that same $4 or $5. And it just kind of goes up from there. Of course, when you get to like the 100 ounce bar level, then you're probably going to be paying maybe a little bit cheaper, but between the 1 and 10 ounce, that's usually how it goes. It's the same premium. Now, silver generally isn't dealt with in fractional sizes, although of course, like junk silver here, like these dimes are fractional. Canadian dime or Canadian junk silver, Mexican, British, Australian, whatever it may be, is really the only way that a lot of us deal in fractional silver. And I'm not talking about like the 1/4 ounce Libertads or some of the commemorative ones like the Britannias, I believe, that came out a few years ago in that size. Those have more of a collectability factor to them, and it's not necessarily for stacking. It's just something cool to have. Like if you have the entire set of, let's say, the 2020 Libertads, you're going to start at that fractional size and work your way up. But typically, a lot of us don't like stacking the 1/2 ounce buffaloes or any other generic rounds in the silver format, just because there really is no incentive or extra value to get that. And silver is so cheap anyway compared to gold or platinum. It's just, you might as well go for the full ounce when it comes down to it, because you don't want to pay those extra premiums, the same types of premiums that you will be finding on gold. And of course, when it comes to something like a 1/4 ounce, like this 1/4 ounce maple, you are going to be paying a little bit higher of a premium than you would on a 1 ounce maple. And so that's what we are going to be talking about, and how it could affect your bottom line, how you may want to go about strategizing to purchase gold in whatever way that you can. I am going to bring up here, it's Monument Metals, I believe, just an example of the different prices that you'll find on the different sizes of gold. And I'm doing this with the 2021 Britannia. It was the easiest one to figure out. So they had them all in stock, and all the prices were there above melt. So we'll start at the 1/10 ounce. As you guys could see, it is $31.99 over. And so when that comes down to it, it has to be based on 1 ounce, the actual premium. And it could be a little bit deceiving because of that reason. You see, oh, $31.99, that's phenomenal. However, you have to multiply it by 10. And so it's just about $320 on a premium. And we will see it's a sliding scale. As we go higher up in weight, we will see the premium drop dramatically by close to 500%, like 450% drop once we get to the 1 ouncer. But I'll bring up the 1/4 ounce, which is of course a very popular size here in the stacking community. A lot of us like stacking the 1/4 ounce. It's more affordable. It's kind of like right in that sweet spot. Here's a 1/4 ounce gold eagle. And so a lot of us like stacking them basically because of the price. It's hard to come up with a couple $1,000s to go ahead and buy a 1 ounce gold coin all the time. And you can kind of get this and set up your gold stack as you go along, just slowly but surely. But as you can see, I'll bring it up here. It is $49.99 over. So that is 1/4 of an ounce. Of course, you have to multiply it by 4, and the spot price is actually $200. So you're a lot lower than the $320 that you're paying for the 1/10 ouncer. However, $200 is still really high, and a lot of it is affordability, though. You know, after a while, maybe you just save up and buy a full ounce. I'm still in that area where I'll get an ounce if I can, but I prefer fractional gold because of the price. However, I know I'm taking a hit on the premium and on my dollar cost averaging when it comes down to the bottom line of it all. So that is something you always have to consider. I will bring up the half ounce, and that is a $69.99 premium. And these premiums look really awesome when you see them. You're like, oh, $69.99 for a half ounce, and the full ounce is more than that. But you have to double it because it's only 1/2. So you're looking at a $140 premium. And you're still, though, now you're at half of where you were, or better than half of the premium from a 1/10. You are a little bit lower from a quarter ounce. And let's get into the 1 ounce. Of course, it says $79.99 over, and it is the full ounce. So that is the bottom line price. The premium is about $80, which is a quarter. I said 450%. So 400% markup if you're buying a 1/10 ounce versus just buying 1 full ounce. Now, all different grades of coins, or all different types of coins in the bullion side of things, of course, have different prices. I just picked the Britannia. It's a pretty popular coin series that people have known for years and years. So I thought it would be just an easy one to go off of. But if we're talking about percentages, and this is where it gets really important, because most coins typically fall into this category when it comes to percentage. Now, I don't have any 1/10 ouncers out here. I don't have any in my stack any longer. I just think they are too high priced. But if that's what you could buy and you want to add gold to your stack, then you might as well go ahead and do that. If you could hold out for like a quarter ounce, or even save up to get a full ounce, even the better. But adding any gold to your stack is good. And I just wanted to kind of get across how premiums affect the price and the bottom line. But I do not want to deter anybody from just putting gold into your stack, period. So a 1/10 ounce gold coin, bullion coin, typically runs in the 17 to 20% premium rate. And so you're talking, what is that, $200 over every 1,000 that you spend. So that is quite a bit of a premium, 20%, but in some cases it could be a little bit lower, 17%. Quarter ounce gold is a little bit better. You're looking at about anywhere between 10 to 12%. Of course, with something like the Eagle here, you're probably going to be paying a little bit more, just because we've seen American silver and gold pretty pricey this past year, especially silver. Gold, though, is still a relatively high price compared to some of the other gold bullion coins we find from some other nations, such as Canada or the Royal Mint, the UK. So that is something you have to consider as well, is what type of bullion coin you're buying. But just expect somewhere between a 10 to 12%, maybe even up to 14% premium. Now with the half ounce, you're looking at about a 7.8% premium for the Britannia. And you're looking at anywhere for, I know this is an American Gold Eagle, but you're looking at anywhere between that 7.5% to maybe 9 to 10% for your average half ounce gold coin. So a little bit lower than the quarter ounce, not significantly lower. I'm not much into half ounces. I did buy that Gold Eagle just because it was a good buying opportunity. And so that's why I picked it up. But generally, I typically favor the quarter ounce size, just because if I'm going to save up or have enough money to buy a half ounce, I'm probably just going to go all the way and buy a full ounce and save on the premium. And now full ounce premiums are typically somewhere between 3 to 6% as of now. Now, of course, a few years ago, that wasn't the case, but a Buffalo like this is probably in the 6% range, kind of at the high end compared to some other gold coins. But the Britannia here was 4.4% at Monument. It's even cheaper than that, I believe, at SD Bullion. So there are definitely better buying opportunities, but expect that 3 to 7% range, somewhere around there when you buy the full ounce. So you could see that you're saving a lot of money when you're going all the way to the full ounce. You're talking a difference of anywhere from 17 to 20% on the 10th ounce down to that 3 to 6% on the full ounce. And that could save you quite a bit of money when it comes down to it. But like I said before, it is not that easy to afford a full ounce. So you want to find your sweet spot, your happy place where you know that you could buy a gold coin, add gold to your stack, and be happy about it, but maybe not break the bank or pay that huge premium. So 10th ouncers for me are out. I would just rather save and wait for a quarter ounce, even if you don't buy anything for like 2 months and you run the risk of gold going up higher and you lose money that way, or it could go lower. I don't know. I'd rather go with the lower premium route and just add it to my stack. I will be having or hoping to hold this gold for the long run, so it really doesn't bother me if I don't buy anything for a month or two if the price is not right. Now, there's a few other variables when it comes to the gold and premiums, and there's some good buying options for fractional gold though as well. As you guys can see, here's an old British sovereign. This is a 1914. Get it nice and close there so you guys can see St. George slaying the dragon. But this one right here, you usually could find like these older versions for anywhere between 7 to 9% over on the premium, which is a really good price compared to some of the other quarter ouncers. Now it's a little bit less than a quarter ounce. It's 0.2354 ounces, but you could end up saving quite a bit on the premium. And the double sovereign right now, for example, is at, I believe, SD Bullion for only 6% over. So you're getting a really good deal there, a little bit under a half ounce. So that could be an option if you want to go the smaller route. There's also the LMU coins out there, like the French Rooster, the Helvetia, which is it from Sweden or Switzerland? I don't know. Somebody in the comments will let us know, but the Helvetia and a few others you guys could see usually have pretty good premiums. Now those are under 1/5 of an ounce, so you don't have to spend quite as much and still get some gold. You get some classic cool gold. Now there's the pre-33, of course, which is very popular, and these used to actually have a cheaper premium than the quarter ounce bullion coins, the American Gold Eagles, a few years ago. But now there's a big run on these and they have higher premiums. So if you run into one of these, also understand that it is less than a quarter ounce at 0.2419 ounces. And so when it comes to pre-33 gold, you really can't compare the premium level all the way up from this $5 half eagle all the way up to a double eagle like this St. Gaudens right here. Although this is, 4 times the size, you're going to be spending probably I don't know about a lot more, but a significant amount on a premium on something like this, just because of its historic collectability and design, and people want it. So you might end up spending a little bit more. So you can't really compare pre-33 right now when it comes to the premium game, just because there are too many variables like collectability and all that with the pre-33. Although you can do it with the sovereigns, which is just a little bit different. And another good option could be like one of these commemorative $5 gold coins or gold medals or whatever they call them nowadays. Here's a San Francisco Mint, which I am quite fond of, but you could usually find good premiums on these as well. Somewhere typically in the 5 to 7% range for something that's just a little bit under a quarter ounce of gold and is the exact same size as the pre-33 Liberty Head there. So the $5 Liberty Head, and that could be a viable option as well if you want to save on premium and go that route. But, nothing beats just straight up bullion. The quarter ounce, Gold Eagle or Maple or the full ounce, whatever it may be, always usually carry a little bit extra weight to them. More people are familiar with them, and there's usually no hesitation, or, you know, if you find a commemorative you don't like, you might not want to buy it. But if you find like a gold eagle, you're just going to go ahead and do it because that's what you're looking for. So you have that to think about when you talk about value and all that down the road or currently if you're working a deal. So a lot of different things to take into consideration. And the bottom line, though, is the bottom line. Try to keep that dollar cost average as low as possible. It works with silver and it works with gold. You don't want to add up all that you have, all that you hold over the years and find out that you paid that much more for a bunch of 10th ounces when you could have just bought 1 full ounce and saved a decent amount of money. And like it is, you know, if you buy 10 1/10 ounce Britannias and you're spending $320 over versus $80 over with the full ounce, you're talking about, what is that, $240, if I do my math correct. Yeah, $240. You could use that and buy 8 ounces of silver or something. You could add to your stack that way as well. So just different things to think about when you are purchasing precious metals, when you're purchasing money. And it is, in a way, it's an investment, more of a hedge against inflation and an insurance policy that you're holding in your own hands. It's a physical asset. And I'm sure I've explained all that before, but it's always worth talking about again. But if you guys really want to limit your price, you're on a budget, try to find out what all these different premiums are and how they affect your bottom line. Okay, so I appreciate everybody for watching. And if you'd like to see similar videos about silver with a little bit of gold, then please subscribe and push that notification bell, smash that like button, and leave a comment. And until next time, this is the Stacking Cat.